Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my story today is from Petaling Jaya to the world, Malaysian engineering bully, Malaysian engineering can. My academic journey starts, like many children in Malaysia, in a sekolah kebangsaan, a government national school. But academia propelled me to the top school in the UK, Westminster School, where I embraced the culture and became the first Asian head of Grant House. Academia again propelled me to Cambridge University, the top university in the world, where I embraced the culture and became the first Asian captain of Trinity Hall Boat Club. The pinnacle of my UK academic experience was getting my PhD at Imperial College, sponsored by multinational companies with renowned academics. UK had a lot of opportunity, the world had a lot of opportunity, but I decided to come back to Malaysia with a global ambition. And my global ambition was to take Minconsult and Malaysian engineering to the world. And what that meant was we had to compete with the best engineering companies in the world and win. There are a lot in the company even who doubted we could do this. And not without good reason. One of them is the chicken and egg problem of going global. To qualify for international projects, we have to execute a project in country. But to execute a project in country, we have to qualify for the project. So how did we solve this problem? The solution was Afghanistan, where the Taliban and then the Russian war before that meant that no one had worked in Afghanistan for over a decade. So for all international companies, Afghanistan was a level playing field, and we managed to win a major project there, which is rehabilitation of the road from Balkh to Anthoy. It was a really historical time. The invasion happened in October 2001, and we were already in country just 2 years after that. And it was a very, very formative, historical time for the country. You were getting a new president, you were getting a new parliament, you're getting a new constitution. We were right there in the middle of the very special time in that country. And we had many challenges. Can you imagine what was the first thing we had to do when we got on the ground? Demining. It's something we never do in Malaysia, but yes, we had to learn these skills. And the first thing when you get to do projects in Afghanistan is you've got to demine the site. We had also a lot of other challenges. Extreme weather conditions, summers from 49 degrees to winters of -9 degrees, doing condition assessments of bridges like this. Actually, that bit is quite easy because the condition assessment of that bridge it's destroyed. So what you have to do is just bring it down and build a new bridge. But of course, the biggest challenge was the security threat. June 2004 was a very sad day. Armed attackers not attacked our site, but attacked the site next door and killed 20 Chinese workers. It brought real depression amongst all of us in the community. We also had our problems at our site, 3 security incidences. We found bombs planted on one of our bridges, but thankfully we found them and defused them before it caused any damage. There was a firefight at one of our remote site cabins. And then there was also a grenade launcher and firefight on one of our assault fails. But I'm really happy to tell you there was no human casualties at our site and only a 30-day extension of time. That's the cabin where we had the firefight. That's the bullet holes there. That's the asphalt paver. That's the oil coming out from after the damage. You can see in the top picture the remnants of the rocket grenade there, the bullet holes as well, because there was a firefight when the terrorists attacked, and then the hole created by the impact. The operator area completely burnt out, the paver completely burnt out. And that's a picture of some of the guards who were looking after us. So really, our lives depended on these brave young men who looked after us and the sites. There was these challenges, there's lots of other challenges. There was no banks, so everything had to operate by cash. Logistics was an incredible challenge. But with all these challenges, we managed to deliver a world-class project. So on the left is the road before we got there, and then on the right is the completed project. You can see that completed project is a world-class road of good standard anywhere in the world. And that's why we like doing these global projects, because you really feel that you are making a change. You really feel that you're making the world a better place. So that's the start of our global dominance. We have now operated in 28 countries across 5 continents. For ADB, we're the highest performing financial consultants in the period 2016 to 2022, not just in Malaysia, but the whole ASEAN region. And for UNOPS, we are ranked 2nd globally and the 1st in ASEAN in terms of value of works done. In Bangladesh, we've commissioned 12% of the total national generation capacity. In Pakistan, we've already completed 1,650 kilometers of road. We've got another 1,300 kilometers of road to do. In Cambodia, we did the multi-award-winning Phnom Penh to Siak Nivol Expressway. It's the first tolled expressway, it's the first expressway, it's a green highway. So many firsts were achieved with that really seminal project. And in Brunei, we did the very first combined cycle power plant at Tutong. This is something that not just Minconsult, but Malaysian engineering should be really, really proud about. And how did we do it? We did it by standing by our core values. And our core values can take many different interpretations, but I think it's easiest to express it in terms of that acronym, which is widely used, ESG. So in terms of E for operations, the environment, again, we are really leaders here. So we're the first company in the construction sector in the whole of ASEAN to get our GHG emission commitments approved by SBTi. We also have our zero waste policy and our business and employee travel policy. In terms of S, social, very important to us is our mutual respect policy. It's based on the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. It values diversity and inclusion, and it creates an environment free from discrimination and harassment. And G, commitment to governance is extremely important to us. Again, we're not just a Malaysian, but a regional leader. So we are the first ASEAN engineering consultancy to sign an MOU with Transparency International. And we've got a series of corporate pledges, integrity pledge, corruption-free pledge, which we've done to support that ongoing work. But all engineers in Minconsult understand that corrupt practices in operation is just the tip of the iceberg. As engineers, we have a much, much greater responsibility. So like all others, we have a responsibility to our client. But unlike others, on top of that, we have a responsibility to government, we have a responsibility to the profession, we have a responsibility to society, and we have a responsibility to the environment. So what we tell our engineers is that we play a pivotal role in civil society, and we have a much greater responsibility than others. That's ESG in our operations. We also have ESG in our projects. So our COTS project, the Kuching Urban Transport System, will be the first autonomous rapid transit hydrogen-based system in the world. That's a really, really seminal project being done here in Malaysia by us. The Valdor project, again, is the largest animal waste biogas project in Malaysia, as well as producing green electricity. It also cleans up the environment, so multiple benefits. And our Petronas Leadership Center project is multi-award winning, both local and international, for the environmental standards it set. So again, another real icon for sustainability here in Malaysia. So my message to you all today is that academia can open the world to you. But when the doors are open, you must excel beyond academics. You must embrace the culture and do more than pure books. This is something we must never forget, is that Malaysia and Malaysian engineering is great. What we have achieved is just amazing, and we should be proud of it as a company, as Malaysians. And this is the very important message I want to bring to all. The world is an opportunity, but for me, bringing Malaysia to the world is an even bigger opportunity. And I just want to end up with my current pinnacle, which is getting the Engineering International Fellowship from the British Royal Academy of Engineering, from Princess Anne. That really was something very, very special for me. And I'd like to end with a quotation from Nelson Mandela, which is that it always seems impossible until it's done. And the motto for us in Minconsult is, everything we do is mission possible. And with that, I'd like to thank ASM for giving me this opportunity to share, and to Team Minconsult, because the story today is your story.